all are well. I think I should be bringing you on up. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Hello.
Hello, hello.
I pray that you are well.
I am. How are you guys on this lovely Sunday afternoon?
I'm chilling. I feel like I should drink some wine because
I got me a glass poured.
I have not drank any really. We bought some, and I ain't just drank none. So I'm gonna get into that. Really, I drank it like a little glass the other night, but I don't remember finishing no one. Thank you God for these libations. That and irregard, not irregardless, but today is going smoothly. Um, the weekend, she ran her ass by. She sure did. We're gonna relax nonetheless. And I'm trying to. We may structure Sunday a little differently, and we'll discuss. We can discuss that later. But
Okay.
we can like do sharing around the starting intentions of the week type energy. But get it? This technically, what's your start of your week? I guess we setting up that week, that thing. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into share. So like, would you like to kick this thing off, or do you have anything you would like to share?
No, but I can get things started. Or were you wanting to wait for people to roll in?
You can go ahead. I
Okay.
said go ahead.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Waiting to Exhale, presented by the House of Mambiwata. Um, It happens every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And today we are going over the root chakra since that's what Sunday is for. The affirmation is I am. Um, this chakra is very important for foundational things. And I've also learned that this chakra is like the money magnet. I didn't know that. It like randomly popped up on like my FYP. And so, if your root chakra is unbalanced, it could stuck up your money. So, if you learn something new every day, to balance the root chakra, you can use essential oils. I love frankincense and myrrh together, um, but myrrh and patchouli, those two scents, I would even like say the oils and burning incense would help balance you and ground you in your root chakra. You can do yoga poses like the supported child pose. It's actually a really comfortable. I could probably fall asleep in that pose. Um, it's a really good yoga pose. I think you should try it out if you ever get the chance to. It's really comfy. It involves a pillow, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just bougie, but I like to. I like the soft, nice things that feel nice when I do them, and so with that supported child pose, it also helps open up um, that root chakra point. Also, walking in nature. I can't wait for it to be spring, a little warmer. I'm in the Midwest, so it's cold. It's too cold for mankind to be outside. It is warming up though. So stepping out in nature, letting the wind and the sun hit you, letting the grass be between your toes, can help ground you. and help keep you rooted in that root chakra. Oh, and another way you can open up that root chakra or balance it is by chanting the word Lam, like Lam. That can also help as well. So, yeah. Oh, and then my little part for that also, Sunday is ruled by the sun. And for me as a Leo, um, the sun is very grounding to me. And I'm sure people can say the same thing that being in the sun, being outside is very grounding. So you can do, and if you're doing any conjuring of any sorts, you can use it. I like Sundays to be the reset for the week for me. So that's when I do my protections, like cleanse, protect, bless, and just pray for a really good week. So I yield.
Oh, amen. Thank you so much for sharing that. Welcome in, Martha. I pray you are well, beloved, and that you know that you are loved and lovable, no matter what. And welcome in, Tara. I see you, and thank you so much, Dr. Flo, for being here as well. Um, yeah, shout out to the root chakra, okay? Um, and that I am energy. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Speak over yourself and become. And touch and agree to that. Okay? I am. We love the root chakra. If you want to, if you need to do anything, you need to have a source, a foundation to build and to launch off of. So hearing that the root chakra can block your money if it's unbalanced makes sense because the energy is supposed to flow up and through when you think about the chakra systems. And so if one section of a pipe gets clogged, the water's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's flowing through right here. If you clog a section of the pipe, you struggle to get water through. And I think about our energy and our chakra points kind of like that. I think about it like a stream with little pools on like every so often, right? And they spin and swirl. That's how I see it. But let me not get too deep into the I am. And I am grateful to be here today. If y'all would like to, I would love for y'all to drop what y'all are grateful for today, right? What are you grateful for this Sunday to have in your life, to have around you, to have near you, all right? What you grateful for? Feel free to comment it here in the chat, here on X, or over in the House of Mommy Water group chat via the Telegram groups through the membership. Okay. At this time, I would like for us to go ahead and we're going to breathe. We're just going to reset our energies. We're gonna exhale. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of affirmation for ourselves and over ourselves. Okay. We're going to do a square breath. So that means we're going to do inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and release for 4 seconds. We're trying to give ourselves a place to stand on emotionally, right? Quiet the room and breathe. Okay, come on. I see the gratitude coming in. I can't wait to get to the gratitude. Get- Don't drop them gratitudes. Let me drop my gratitude. Okay. Yes, yes. Come on. All right. So I would like for us all to get as comfortable as we can in our places and spaces. If you're driving, please, please drive. That comes first. And for the rest of us, come on, let's let's get it going. Get as comfortable as you can in your places and spaces, and we're gonna close our eyes. All right. And we are going to affirm. Feel free to affirm after me. We're going to say it one time for our head and the second time for our heart. The first time being, I will inhale peace. I will exhale stress. I will inhale peace. I will exhale stress. Mm. And go ahead and take a deep breath. Go ahead, inhale for four. One, two, three, four. Hold. One, two, three, four. Release. One, two, three, four. All right. Now affirm after me. I am inhaling peace. I am exhaling stress. I am inhaling peace. I am exhaling stress. Mm. Now let's take that second breath. Go ahead and do an inhale for four. Inhale. One, two, three, four. Hold it. One, two, three, four. Release. One, two, three, four. And I'll affirm once more. I have inhaled peace. I have exhaled stress. I have inhaled peace. I have exhaled stress. May the stress not return to me. May the stress not return to me. And then we'll do our third round of breaths, and then we'll come back to our spaces. Go ahead and inhale. Inhale for four. One, two, three, four. Hold. One, two, three, four. Release. One, two, three, four. All right. You may return back to your places and spaces. Feel free to open your eyes. All right. Come a two. And one last affirmation. I am loved and lovable. I am loved and lovable. I am loved and lovable. You are able to be loved. You are loved, and you're able to receive and take in love. Okay. And let's see. Oh, let's get into this gratitude. I saw gratitude in the chat. Okay. Let's see what we're grateful for. Okay. All right. So I said, I am grateful for honesty and true love. I am truly grateful for my partner. Um, I just am. I'm grateful for how honest he is, and he sets an example and standard of honesty that like I enjoy because it keeps things simple. So I'll share that. And then Dr. Flo says, I am grateful for access to the tools to get free and stay that way. Amen. And stay that way. You want to be free for 5 minutes to go back in. No, permanent. And then Dr. Flo says again, I am grateful for the same thing. It doubled, it bounced back. But yes, we're grateful for them tools to get free and to stay that way. No, it's a typo. Starlight says, I am grateful for allowing myself to feel my emotions. Amen. Come on, feel your emotions. You cannot be a rock. You cannot be stubborn. You cannot be frozen. You're a living thing. You're real. You got to check in and you get to release it. Whatever emotion it is, even if it's not pretty, even if somebody may not prefer to see that on you or whatever the case may be, you get to feel what's happening in your internal system. So I thank you for sharing that. Tara says, I am okay. Y'all, they repeat after me if y'all would like to. I am powerful. I am disruptive. I am honest. I am helpful. I am loving. I am powerful. I am disruptive. I am honest. I am helpful. I am loving. I love that. Shout out Tara. Come on, Diane. Starlight says, I am grateful for my personal growth. Come on, bro. Um, okay, Tara. I am grateful for baby kids. Give me so much. Um, I just, you're just having a miracle, baby. I think it's like beautiful, but it's also kind of like, would happen any other way. 'And then Starlight says, you're loved and lovable. We had another gratitude. We reload this thing now. It be, I like this stuff. I think this is really good. Martha says, I am grateful for a loving and supportive community. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Yes, come on, loving and supportive community. Because listen, there was a time where I had to learn to lean into good people. That like everybody, we've all had somebody bite us like a snapping turtle. And we like, oh, I don't know. I was just reaching out. I was just handing out some snacks. And I asked, they said we were good. And I got bit anyway. Or just life happens when you're in relationships with other humans. Things get muddy. And we can't let that freeze us up when we find a good community to be around, that actually wants to connect with us. You can't be like, oh no, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I can trust this. So I admire and I am applauding you on realizing good community when you see good community. Okay. So you know what's in front of you, you know what you have. So I just think that is beautiful because I'd like to be aware of my gifts, and having a good community is a gift and a strength. Okay, let us let us see. Um, Real quick, I am going to pull a little card today and see. What spirit is? Is it the card? Okay. I was like, I'm gonna see what spirit has to say, and spirit got very loud and very clear. All right, so we got the King of Spades, and I don't know if for whatever, let me not pass judgment on the King of Spades, but the King of Spades is very much like swift ruler energy. This goes here, that goes there. I think about like a woman, even though it's very masculine, and it's very much like a woman. It's like Well, those two things can exist at once, by the way, for those that don't know. Um, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a very masculine woman, like saying, "This shall be the throne room. This will go here in this corner." Types of energy. That's like a leader and ruler, but like getting the main task that is done, whether that be, I know I'm just like making it sound like decorating, but like, I don't know, whatever kings and royal people do, the decisions they make. But coming down to the simplest form, just being a decisive leader, making a decision at all. I told a friend at work, he was trying to decide on something heavy. I won't say names, but like whether to take his ex back or not. And I was like, you know, the worst decision you can make is to like not make a decision and let things just be decided for you. What on whichever way things happen. You have to like stand on something. If it's no, stand on no. If it's yes, just stand on yes. I did like, and I speak in the language people can connect with a lot of the times. And whatever. Y'all know, for those that don't know, I love God, okay? And I don't force God on anybody. And regardless, I told him sometimes God just wants you to make a decision at all so that way God can stand behind you, or the universe can stand behind you, or your higher power, your ancestors, so that, like, you know, or that, if it's as simple as that, you can stand behind you. But you have to have something you're going to stand for, like pumpernickel or rye. Just pick something and stand firm on it. Okay? I'm going to simplify it because it's the way I do. But if you ordering at restaurant, okay, when you pick your order, you then stand on your order. Like when I say stand on, I mean like if it comes wrong, you didn't order broccoli. So you just simply, very respectfully, I didn't order broccoli, that's okay, thank you. I appreciate y'all. You just switched it out. That's okay. But you gotta pick something. You don't like the waiter doesn't walk up to the table and say, I feel like you're gonna eat some shrimp, some crab, and some extra broccoli. And you like, dang, I'm definitely allergic to shellfish. Like, when do I make the decision? That sounds crazy. That sounds wild, um, and far fetched. So when it comes to our lives, we can't hand off all of the dang, I'm finna get slapped in the face. We can't hand off all of the decision making to even a higher power. As a lot of times our higher power just wants us to choose so that that said power can stand behind us and hold us up in what we choose. I got checked. They said tell y'all, and then we're gonna roll into these shares. Like months ago, I remember I was like, Spirit, what y'all want me to do as far as my romantic relationship? And God was like, you choose, and whatever you choose, that's just lock in on that, and I will make sure that happens. And so, luckily for me, I chose. to be all in with my partner and things. And so it was one of those things where it's like I want to be told what to do so I have an excuse and be like, well, God told me no. But it's like, no, you need to make a decision because you're going to be all right either way. And you're going to have to put in the work either way. So what do you want to do? Don't don't cop out. You have to own your power in your decision making and just decide on whatever it is. It's from the biggest thing to the littlest thing. Just pick something. You're gonna be all right. What the teacher said in school, educated guess is okay because it's gonna always work out for you. You just can't sit in the limbo. That's when problems happen. When you stand there. That's the problem. If a train is coming and you're on the track, do I jump forward to get off or do I jump backwards to get off? Leg ain't stuck. I can jump either way. You're gonna sit there and think back and forth whether you should jump forward or back, or you're gonna just jump off the track. Make a decision because if you don't, there's a train coming. So a lot of times life just kind of be more like that, where God be like, choose, or your higher power or the universe. Yeah, Mother Earth, Mother Father Earth, Mother Father God, all those things, none of those things. It's just trying to get you to pick something. So I'm gonna choose to chill there. I love y'all. And thank you so much. And Martha, we appreciate you. And listen, anybody that's a fan of Pink is my friend. Anyways, um, let's see. Starlight, do you have anything? We're going to get into these tithes and offerings, if you would like to.
Yeah. All right. So we have a website. I don't know if it's linked in this chat, but it is in the link in my bio. Oh wait, I lied. Not this bio. I need to do better. Okay, I'm gonna actually add that right now as we speak. Um, you can always go to Poppy Wada's website and do the donations there. The cash apps there, all that good stuff. Um, I own a botanica that offers some spiritual supplies. I got some things cooking, so stay tuned on that. And some select spiritual services, readings, spell work, what have you, spiritual prescriptions. You can all book those at starlightmysticbotanica.com. Uh, oh, wait, hold on. Where's the app? Okay. Okay. And then now we can get into these. Oh, before we do that, I almost forgot. We are a part of an amazing network called Love in Action Network. It shares the message that you are loved and lovable, and just to help people be better in life and to just, um, it's a really great support system. It really is. The mission is to stop people from wanting to unalive themselves and having those types of deal with those types of issues that can lead up to that point. There's a lot of activism, a lot of woo-woo stuff in it too. It's all connected, and so you can join that membership at Love and Action Network. I mean, not Love and Action Network. You can join the membership with Love and Action Network at loveandlovable.org. Lord have mercy, the wine, the libations are there. If you can't tell, it's hidden. Okay, and it's peach. I got some barefoot peach wine. It's really good. You can drink a cup for each here, but everyone else, if you can drink it, drink it. It's only $5. But anyways, now we can get into these venting sessions. Are we doing it different today, or are we keeping it the same? Poppy water.
We can keep it the same. We'll generally do go for the next 30 minutes. The goal is to get at least three people in, but you don't have to take a whole 10 minutes. And you won't. And as we run out of time, we'll have to clip towards the end of the 30. So the goal is to get three people in with 3 minutes. You don't have to go for, I mean, for 10 minutes. You don't have to go for 10 minutes, and no one can like exceed that. But and we can't exceed the time. So we'll kind of roll it like that and naturally see what flows. I just ask that you share, and then at the end you say whether or not you would like feedback, and then we make sure to give feedback at that time, and then we'll close and I'll guide it back to the next person, or Starlight will guide it back to the next person. However, we, you know, however it naturally ebbs and flows as far as hosting goes. Then yeah, I'm gonna not talk your faces off. The floor is open.
I can go first, and then whoever else wants to go after me can request to go up. So this Sunday has been it's been an okay Sunday. I'm not really at a high peak today as I would feel like I was yesterday or maybe even Friday. Um, I heard a quote today saying, "Ooh, I might not even quote it right. Let me not." But it was basically along the lines of um, stress is essential. I'm not stressed. Rest. Lord have mercy. Y'all, help me, help me. Maybe I am stressed out. But rest is essential. And I've been lazy. I cleaned up the house yesterday and did all the things I need to do that I usually do on Sundays. So today I have been chilling. Um, the cats, I have two cats, if you don't know, Lola and Loki, and they were all cuddled up next to me, and I'm like, finally, one time. Usually when they're together, they're beefing, so it was really nice to have both cats, and they're just calm and just wanting to snuggle and purring and want pets. It was nice. Um, I watched the Boost this morning. Well, not, it wasn't the Boost. It was just a show. He was singing and raising up the vibes for Sunday, which was amazing because I love listening to music on Sundays. Um, so it was perfect. And yeah, I'm just taking in the weekend, preparing myself to go back to work this week. Um, yeah, so I yield. Oh, and I'm open to feedback if you want to give any. If not, we can go to the next person.
I have some feedback for you. I should have raised my hand as such. And we're gonna work it out. Also, bear with the growingness of this room as we cleanse. Okay. I want you to know those links above. So as you click on those, they're threads. So when you click on the thread, like waiting to exhale on spaces, or as you keep below you will find a link to the website and things like that. Same thing for join LIA. You'll click it in the thread below, you'll click the link, and that's what'll take you there. Okay, just for clarity, because it doesn't do as well with posting the links with the visual unless I do it that way. So just for clarity. Okay. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Okay. Um, Starlight, what I want to say mainly to you is rest is very essential in healing not only your spirit, your emotion, your like, mental health, but like also like literally repairing your body, like your body. I was thinking about Tara's vocal master class, and the whole notion of like every time you use your voice, you're like damaging it. And it's like not a scary thing, but it was just also like a real thing of like when we be using our body and our muscles and doing what we do every day, we're putting our body to work and under stress. And as well, while there can be benefits, and there are a lot of benefits, there's also many benefits in resting versus always being on the go or doing something. Dr. Flo called me out, and I appreciated it. I did. When he every time he calls me a busybody, I I take that on. So I just want to just say that you don't always got to find something to do. Sometimes you need to go sit down, like our grandparents say, go sit down somewhere and just go sit down somewhere. Rest is essential. So I'm glad that you're leaning into rest and knocking things out of the way. And that's my main thing. And in the name of decisions, you chose to rest. You chose to put rest on the calendar. Rest is at 3:30. Rest is at 3:05. Rest is on Sunday. Black out your calendar for rest, even if it's a 10-minute. These are 10 minutes I got to breathe. Block it out and get your 10 minutes because I work at a factory and we get 10-minute breaks. That's just to sit down, rest my body. I be power walking so that I can sit down and maximize the not moving. But like we can also take 10 minutes to just get ourselves together. I'm promoting again. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to keep promoting the 10-minute Zen. Okay? She's coming back. She needs visual. But just take 10 minutes. Know that you can always take 10 minutes or steal it. Steal 10 minutes from somewhere. It's your day. It is your day. You better steal 10 minutes from somewhere. You owe that much and breathe. Steal them 10 minutes. They're yours. You can't steal what's yours. All right, I'm stopped there. Right. Anybody else have any more feedback for Starlight or would like to come to the stage? I sent out some invites. Had to be quick about sending out invites because I'm like, it'll be like, who wants to speak? And then I'm like, I didn't invite anybody to the stage. And I'm talking about who wants to speak. So we'll make sure to do that when we do the call to LIA. I'll add it in. And anybody would like to come to the stage at this time? Go ahead, Dr. Flo. The floor is yours.
Feel free to peace and blessings to the room. You're all so loved and lovable. I would like prompting and guidance today on this particular roller coaster.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Real quick, Starlight, did you have anything that you want to close with? And then we'll go into that.
No, go ahead.
Okay, that's all good. Perfect, perfect. Let's get into it. We would love to and are here to support you. The floor is yours, King.
No, I'm asking for prompts. Like I don't. What's happening here? Like, what do you? I'm
Oh,
here
I'm
to
sorry.
share,
I'm
but I would
sorry.
like guided prompts through what the hell is happening here, so that I don't have to do it on my own. What's the prompt?
Oh, I thought you were saying I don't know how I took that. But
I don't
okay,
know either.
I but we're just sharing about so Starlight was sharing about her day and then I opened the floor for feedback. I thought you were saying you wanted guidance through something. So I was saying, well, we can go into that because the floor was open for feedback, or I was going to pass the mic for another share.
Got you. Okay. Thank you. That's what I needed. I was a little lost in the sauce. Social audio allows us to kind of drift away if we're not hosting. So I just wanted to see where we were so that I didn't make things as weird as they have become. Starlight, I'm very proud of you. I'm happy that you're taking the rest. I know that you've been drifting through life and kind of just riding the waves of your emotional experience and shaking hands with adulting every day, as we all have to. It's a pain in the ass, but we have all of these different tools and things to help us through. So I'm proud of you for showing up to this thing called adulting and life. It's not easy, but taking rest seriously, as you discuss and as Poppy Water also encouraged you, and is so powerful. It's the last thing that capitalism wants us to do is to take a nap or to go within or to, withdraw ourselves. Even in our American social media based adult friendships, sometimes we feel guilty for withdrawing ourselves from a group chat or withdrawing ourselves from a discussion or withdrawing ourselves from participating in live streams and things. Just be at home and at peace within yourself so that when you come back into spaces, you could be in that space that Tara's always, on our necks about of moving from a full cup. So I'm happy that you're taking space to fill your cup and to also figure out, as we all are doing, what fills our cups. And then that brings us back into community refreshed and inspired and in balance, right? Because it's all happening at the same time. Like when we were talking the other day in my live streams about like all of these areas of self-care, I got a physical self-care, spiritual self-care, emotional self-care, practical self-care. I know I'm missing some, but like that's a lot going on for any human. So the fact that you're being gentle with yourself, resting and taking your time is something that you should be really proud of yourself about. And so, yeah, that's my feedback now that I know where I am on the planet. I promise y'all, I do go and see the Arbor Mist, Martha, who I love. And the Arbor Mist is a wonderful balloon to hitch your Dragon Express to. That's why I just started asking people where I am as opposed to just launching into what I'm doing because I am a bulldozer baby when not guided. Um, Okay, that's my share. I yield to the room. Thank you so much. You're coming for some Arbor Mist as well, I guess. You got to be on the frequency to freak with me. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Flo, for that endearing message. Okay. And for your honesty and your love, and just for asking for clarification and not being scared to. I thought you were like in a fancy way saying you wanted to be prompted through a situation in your life when you said you wanted a prompt. So I was like, okay, he ready to share. What's the situation? And then so when it said no, I was like, oh,
I
let
think
me
it's so
listen.
funny in a space like this that y'all think that y'all don't, without permission and with permission, prompt me into my life. That's hilarious.
I didn't
Why
know
would I
what you were
ask for
saying.
that when it's given freely, whether I want it or not?
I thought you wanted to be walked through a situation. And so I was like, all right. And then so when I said that, when I said, all right, we're gonna go back to you, and I saw Tara's shocked face, I was like, it felt like I had walked in a room and stepped on a toy that I couldn't see or something. And I was like, oh my God, what happened?
Just take a little gentle
knock down
sip
your
of that
fort.
arbor mist, and you will
Okay,
feel much better
okay.
about your pathways. The Lord
Like
is
when
going to
your
do it.
mom.
Martha, that's my what's her
eh,
name? She is my something godmother. She's my not
Fairy godmother.
kinky. No, it's like a she has a she is my not naughty godmother. She's my trashy godmother. She gets it.
Oh,
Martha is.
period. Welcome to the stage, Tara. All right. So I think. Wait. I think we're closing the floor. So unless there's any more feedback for, yep, trashy godmother. There's the confirmation. Trashy godmother. We love that. Hmm. Who knew trash could sparkle and be beautiful? Um, and that, you know what I'm saying? Period.
Trashy,
And
not afraid to get down into the sticky, icky dirt of it.
yeah, because sometimes some parts of the job is just, that's just what it is. That's just some parts of the job is just, uh, all right, let's go. Suits up. Let's just, all right. It's kind of like cleaning out the garbage can. Let's commit, and then it'll be over. All right. So at this time, I'm gonna open the floor up. Who would like to share next about their day? Welcome to the stage, Tara. Okay. The floor is open. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people.
I don't really have a share. I like flow, need prompts and anchoring. So the whole like, how was your day? It's a fine question. It's fine. But I also just wanted to say that Martha uses they them pronouns, and also Brentley. I was actually going to ask you if you could continue your riff earlier from earlier about peace being active. That's all.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. So this is gonna sound how okay. They my ancestors immediately were like, "Do not say that." I was just gonna come out swinging, regardless. Um, Peace is an action that can be taken, and peace is not sitting still. Peace is not being docile, and peace is not the action of nothing, right? Peace is not always taking it. Peace is not silence. Peace is not ignoring what's going on. You can't, peace is not the same as tucking it under the bed and hoping it goes away. That's not peace. Peace is not being excited or not even excited, just glad that it's not you. That's not peace. It's not me, so it's not my problem. That's not peace, right? I think and the reason why I like this topic and like getting into this is because what you say is because peace is we need to know what peace is. Everybody's talking about peace, or we hear a lot of talk about peace because you may not be talking about it. You may be already real with what the situation is. But we have to have a conversation about what peace looks like and how to actually get to peace. How do we expect? Because I like, let's be honest, you can move in peace with someone, right? But peace can look like calling for the freedom for everyone to have the happiness that they enjoy, right? So if you're infringing upon that, I must either make peace with you, either we agree verbally, hey, we don't like that you're doing that. Like, a lot of our people like the grassland over here and they like the frolic, and you're over here like cutting it down. So we kind of want the peace back. Is it okay if you don't do that? Okay. Are we even so nice that even in exchange we'll give you some of our bedding, whatever. I got very hunter gatherer and we're gonna stay there, right? For just a second. If the person chooses to go or the energy chooses to go, to hell with that. We're going to continue to take the grass, find somewhere to frolic. We got options. And when I say move in peace, I say move in what is peaceful for you. And if you're called to stand your ground in the name of bringing peace back to the space, that peace be still energy, move in your peace, whatever that needs to look like. Peace in that moment can be okay, we do got other places to frolic. And peace can also be standing your ground as this is everyone's land. I want to frolic here and be free. I'm going to fight for this. And I'm going to talk a little bit. Okay, this I don't say too much. So I can talk I'm going to talk a little bit about the Orisha, um, particularly Obatala, and how he represents peace and all these things. He does represent peace, and he's like a warrior. And people like try to wrap their minds around it, or some people can't or struggle with it. Like, how are you like embody peace and also be a warrior? Well, even though it's like, I don't want to go there just yet, but someone has to maintain the actual peace and protect the actual peace and freedom that we all want to uphold and have in this life. And sometimes that peace takes action, not just um, feeling away. Oh, I feel like that's not right. I'm hold that inside. Sometimes peace looks like sharing with others. This is what's going on, unearthing what is hindering the peace, naming the problem so it can be fixed, right? Doing the work that's behind moving for peace. Because peace can't just be us all sitting around holding hands and just making nice. Peace isn't just that. That is a part of peace. And sometimes peace, upholding the peace, can be moving swiftly and sharply and sternly in the same ways or in ways that are similar in momentum to those that choose to oppress you. And the best way I describe it, and I pray I didn't twist y'all up in a knot, the best way I describe it is like that get off of me energy. That, hey, get off me, push. That's that side of peace. That, hey, get off of me. Hey, my headphones do like a thing. They like to do that, disconnect and reconnect sometimes. Um, but sometimes it's that, hey, get off of me, and protecting yourself and honoring the peace that you hold near and dear. Because what peace are we protecting? What world peace are we fighting for? Each individual has their own riff on what peace is. So, and that be, I just be, I feel like I want to cry, like I'm at a Golden Globe or something. But like, honestly, that's what makes the world so beautiful is that like tears peace. Because honestly, the peace that we all choose for ourselves Not what we want, not the fancy stuff, not like that can be a part of your peace. But when you think of what peace do I want for my life, I don't care what anybody says. Well, it's some people that may prove me wrong. We're going to pray for them. Okay. Those of us that pray, let us pray for those individuals. But most people's answer for peace would not be something that will hurt someone else's life, like a healthy person's answer. Because when we all move in a state of wanting a space of personal peace and a peace in existing in the world, we add to a very beautiful collective image. And that takes action and that takes work at times and movement and marching and screaming at the top of your lungs, telling the message, you know, getting the message out, or doing nothing for a second, or sitting still. There's different elements to peace. You just need to know what side you're on. I'm on the side of peace, and I will go to war in the name of peace. I pray that that makes sense because I never found something that explained my heart more than that saying that then like I will go to war in the name of peace because I'm a very peaceful person. But you ain't gonna come over here taking up the grassland. It will get very David and Goliath up in here. Very, very backup bully up in here because the peace will be restored. And we see this world changing as people wake up and people are want to fight for the peace. And it's causing some shifts because peace also sometimes looks like telling the truth. You know how people who do, you know how many people who do not have inner peace because they're holding in lies or secrets. Look at what's going on in Hollywood. I ain't gonna get into too many of it in detail. I'm gonna open up the floor for final thoughts. And yeah, but look at Hollywood. There are a lot of secrets coming out because people are like, I want my peace. I can't keep holding this in. I want my peace. I can't keep letting this person attack me secretly or indirectly or whatever is going on. Even in politics, but we ain't gonna we're really not gonna go there. No, we don't care. I don't care too. I just don't feel like it right now. I need it for the point, but sometimes you gotta fight for your peace, and that's that's my biggest thing on it. So, and you notice you move differently when you're coming from a state of peace because it's not so much reactionary. It's kind of like in response and knowing your power to respond. So I yield there. Yes, Dr. Flo, I see you. Anybody have anything to say? Dr. Flo, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Today I had an interaction with an individual in network that I haven't seen in quite some time. And halfway through the introductions of our reacquainted exchange today, like I guess halfway through like the first 5 minutes of the exchange, I realized that I had changed in relationship with this person since the last time I had saw them, and it was peaceful being me. And that is a wonderful revelation. to just sit in the midst of the chaos, or to sit in the midst of the moment and to hear the words and the energies emanating off of an individual, but realize that it can no longer touch your peace, that they cannot have access to the vault of your peace, that they cannot, that they didn't give it to you, uh, and they can't take it away. It is a very powerful feeling. And so I just watched this person rattle, as people do, and they rattled, and I held them, and I was present, and I realized that no matter what happened, there was a part of me in the past, there's a past version of myself that would have allowed the interactions with this particular person and others in network to have some kind of bearing on my day. And as this individual asked me, well, bring me up to speed on what's going on for you, like what's going on, and they were trying to get me to rattle in the same ways that they were rattling, I just simply said, you know, I have discovered peace, and I have it, and it's wonderful. And once I realized that today, it kind of settles energy around other things. Peace is that girl. Peace is that girl. Peace is that bitch who can sit with her leg crossed and go, "Oh, really? My phone number is the one that ends in 1278," and keep it pushing. And y'all have been watching me in real time step further into this energy. And I'll say it once again to this room. My phone number ends in 1278. I don't switch it up. My peace is getting stronger. My peace is more resilient. My peace is more fortified. In the last year of my life, pumpernickel or rye, I have chosen the rye. It is peace. And now that I've chosen and I made that decision, we've been talking all week in Love and Action Network about the power of a made up mind. Once you make a decision and you make up your mind about who you are and how you feel and what you want and what you love, everything else becomes just a weather situation. We were watching, before we got the knock on the door, we were watching the Little Nas X documentary on Max, and he put his face in the middle of the sun. Martha, Tara, Starlight, Brentley, you are the sun of your own solar system. Everything is revolving around you. I am revolving around you. Will you stand as the sun? Will you be peaceful to shine as the sun? Powerful stuff you unearthed earlier on the TikTok, Poppy Water. I'm glad that Tara came to reignite and spark the flames. And yes, our peace is worth fighting for. And once we have it, no one else can take it away. And just sitting there in my oh really energy today of, oh really? Oh really? Oh, I found peace. It was a once again, not better than anyone, certainly not less than anyone. But it was like a, oh, you can't really buy, you can't put peace on a credit card. You can't put a down payment on peace. There's no payment plan on peace. You have to just like step into it with healthy adult boundaries, maintain it, and then it almost, y'all, maintains itself. Peace is the truly renewable resource. Um, and we've learned this week, Tara, as I yield, that source is improvement. And today I got to see the reflection of the improvement of my peace. Source was in the room. Ooh, my God, or whoever you believe in. My Shama Lama, Roboko Shepa Satai.
All I will say is, baby, peace and love is the combination. That's what they were screaming.
And
The
giggles
peace.
because you were literally 12.
I didn't laugh in her face, y'all. I promise I didn't. I would never do that. I just simply, when I get shocked, it could be good news, bad news, scary news. I'm going to smile. That is literally My fear face, it is all of the faces. It's a
And see,
smile.
I'm getting to know Poppy Water like y'all are getting to know Poppy Water because I am a 90-day fiance kind of person. So as he's going through these changes, as we're sitting there, I'm like, what is he? Because at one point he was giggling so much inside, like he put his feet up on the couch. And I was like, does he want to speak? Does he want to say something? Like, is he going to jump in or is he just to sit there and just giggle inside himself? Y'all, the answer was that he was going to giggle inside himself until the situation was over. And I was like, yo, I can only be like a real motherfucker. What do y'all want from me? I got peace. And now pork products that we don't even eat. Tara,
No, no, now peace offering.
yes, peace offerings that will be going across the street, which will also
Mm-hmm.
serve. Yes, God is good
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm. Tara, would you like to share?
My God, on today. That went, oh God, what did I do? I clicked a button. My God, on today. My God, on today. Personally, today I'm believing in this, the flying spaghetti monster. I don't know if anybody would like to join me in that pursuit of the flying spaghetti monster.
I love him. He's a holdover from Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes, yes, we love the flying spaghetti monster. We should really celebrate um, their holiday. You know, we should we should really put that on the calendar. Anyway, so Moose, sir, it is my pizza. Do not interrupt my share. Thank you. So sorry. Y'all know this dog. Okay, so what I am hearing is that peace is a state, right? And what this whole share, both Dr. Flo and Brentley, um, reminded me of the conversation we were having in the Joy is the Revolution masterclass, and Martha was there, and I think that's the reason why it's like popping in my mind. Um, is maybe Martha wasn't there. Yeah, no, Martha was there. We were talking about the difference between joy and happiness, and we were, is it a constant state? Is something you go in and out of? And as Dr. Flo is pointing to, like being at peace is a renewable, abundant energy because it's a state of being, right? And the action, I do believe that there is an action, excuse me, of peace. Don't mind me, y'all. I eat and the baby, you know, it's just what it is. It's just belching, just baby belching it back up. Okay. Um, there is action to peace, right? Like you would go to war for your peace. And that is not true of everyone, right? But I think something that is unique about the state of peace is that it's pretty difficult for people to perceive the state of peace as being like a pie or like a pizza where other people can take a piece of it, right? Which is the whole conversation when we dumb down supremacy conversations and things, right? That people believe that you can't, another person can't, it's just not possible. We can't all be equal because then I won't have a whole pie. I won't have a whole pie. Girl, you do not need that whole apple pie, okay? You do not need it. Go find something else to eat. It's going to be okay. All right. So
Have a
that was,
simple sugar.
yes, simple sugar. Find like maybe bananas with some cinnamon and honey would be great for you today, right? Not that whole apple pie that grandma maybe made for your counter. Okay. But I thought it was an very interesting the couple of shares of like, yeah, you can't actually, it's very Millie, jeez. It's very difficult to steal a person's peace from them when they are truly at peace, as Dr. Flo was sharing, right? And I think we can be real with ourselves that a lot of times peace comes through either an action or, as Starlight was talking about at the beginning of the room, rest, right? We talked yesterday about rest being liberating, right? and that we will not be owned. We talked all about, sir, stop it. I cannot even stand you right now. Talking to the dog, y'all. um, but anyway, that's what it brought up for me. Is that all of all of the things that we talk about are interconnected, and even as you were talking, bringing back up the source is improvement, which I believe was a Hicks thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, flow was the word I was trying to come up with. Um, that that improvement, right? That's an action. And I think it's really, Caden, a lot of snacks, is always talking about how words have meaning. And I think it's really important for us to, Moose, for real, do you need to sit on the phone? You are just, okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm not going to get mad at the dog. Um, we have to define, is this an inactive or active word? Much like I asked Dr. Flo the other day, hey, can we look at a Hicks presentation that is talking about what's an active and inactive vibration? Right? Because Hicks is the teachings of that are often talking about this active vibration. And I'm like, I do not, that's about as distant to me as the flying spaghetti monster. Like, I have no clue what this person is talking about. Right? But if we can, here it goes again, y'all. If we can simplify, if we can deduce, if we can understand the words that we are using, right? So is peace active or inactive? Is it both, right? Martha, is the diaphragm active or inactive? Is it voluntary or involuntary, right? Is you know, is joy active or inactive? Is love active or inactive? And we talked about that one before, right? When casual coach, in a different iteration of the boost, was around, we were talking about care being the action of love,
Oh, and
right?
I know that you could thread really, really well. So I'm just going to parenthetically say that the active thought, and I put it in the chat, the active
Thank you.
thought as they teach is just your dominant, your active vibration is your dominant thought, is what I'm
Hmm.
going to say. And your inactive vibrations are your inactive thoughts. So essentially, whatever you're focusing on, the way that we always say in here, thoughts become things. Your active vibration is the thing that you're obsessing about all the time, as opposed to the inactive thoughts being the things that kind of stay in the background that you don't really pay attention to. I yield.
Right. And thoughts, dominant thoughts that you think over and over again, become your beliefs, right? As we have threaded. So, anyway, thank you for bringing up that uh, share, Brentley, because it gets things percolating, right? And thank you for tacking on, Dr. Flo. Um, and I look forward to more interesting conversations on these as we move into Beatty with, I believe, inventory this week, which feels heavy already, but we'll get through it together. All right. I yield.
We are already moving through and through. I thank you so much for all being in community with me and coming out to the space. Um, yeah, peace. Sometimes it's action, sometimes it's lack of, but it's a feeling that once you experience it for yourself, you know what it feels like. And it's very specific to you what your peace looks like. But once you feel it and you know that, nobody can ever take that knowledge away from you. And you can always go back there because you can think about the moment when the peace hits you, and boom, guess what? Peace hits you in this moment. Like our minds are amazing like that. So, yeah, lean into your peace. I'm gonna give us some peace to go on with, and then Starline. I don't know if you have, if you want to, if you have, I'm gonna hand it to you to close out the room and to see, to wrap things up. But I would like us to just hmm, say a few affirmations as far as our I am are concerned and our root chakra energy. We're going to say them each twice, once for our head space and once for our heart space. Our head space, heart space, right? All right, so first affirmation is I am believing in myself. I am believing in myself. I am loving on myself. I am loving on myself. I am protected from harm. I am protected from harm. I am confident and courageous no matter what. I am confident and courageous no matter what. I am grateful for all that I have and will have. I am grateful for all that I have and will have. I am taking action towards my dreams. I am taking action towards my dreams. I am focused. I am focused. I am capable of forgiveness. I am capable of forgiveness. And lastly, I am a trustworthy confidant. I'm a trustworthy confidant. Okay. And that last one is beautiful, and I love for the nature of this space because you are just being here. And so, like today, I will be pulling all of these down, these recent ones down, and figuring out how to get the recordings and such. But we're all being confidants and practicing it and speaking in these spaces. And I can't wait to have rooms that we leave up permanently. We said what we said because we say some things. And I love y'all. Free this world. We're going to listen. They don't understand. First things first, we fighting for the children. And that video I saw of that baby the other day from over in Palestine hurt my heart. And I'm just at a point to where, I mean, I'm gonna land it here and then I'm gonna give it over. Um, it's not that I don't care. 'Cause I need to say this a lot. I know I'm not always going as hard as saying free Palestine, even though I'm all in that, right? Um, I'm just kind of I'm just really at peace in my own personal experience. So my fight looks a little different, but and I do make clear to note I don't stand for that. Okay, and I'm not so in the peace of my experience that I don't see my feet are on the ground enough to know everybody ain't got the peace that I have been afforded. Heck, and some will say I don't have the peace. So I just want to allow everyone to have a simple life and access to some form of self-actualization. So we do call for a ceasefire now. Okay, we do, we do, and I love y'all. So, like, do you have anything you would like to close us out with?
Yeah, so just to close the room. Thank you guys for coming today and listening and speaking and sharing your piece. And for listeners, thank you for, being with us in this space, and listening. We'll be back here on Wednesday at 5:30 Central Standard Time, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you guys have a really good start of your week. If you need extra encouragement, we do have Love and Action Network does have things going on Monday, Tuesday, every day. But Monday and Tuesday, you'll hear from Dr. Flo, and he'll give you great encouragement until we see you guys back on Wednesday. To be a part of um, Love and Action Network. The links, I think it's pinned above, if I'm not mistaken. And to RSVP to the next Waiting to Exhale session is in the link above as well. That's pinned in this thread, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. So, all right, we can close. I love you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday until we see each other again.
Amen. I thank y'all so much. I love you so much. Remember, you're loved and lovable no matter what. And let's grow. Let's grow and know. And just touch hands on there's some sane people still in this world. There's actually a lot of us. Who would have thunk it? There's less crazy people than there are sane people. The sane people have just been tripping and doubting our sanity. But we're here. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night. I thank you so much for coming out. I'm gonna close this room in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you later. Bye. I love you.